Hey everyone, RG here and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build video. Today we are building this, some sort of a tractor farm? I'm not quite sure myself what it is. Well, I know what it is, but when I started this build I wasn't quite sure what I'm gonna do with a red tractor build. Okay, like yes, the obvious thing is to create a farm, but you know, just a farm is too simple. So anyway, I have so many things that I want to cover with you in this video, and one of them is going to be my opinion on the new Nifty knitting, right? Nifty knitting game pack. You want to know my opinion, and I will cover that in a few moments. But we're going to start off by talking about this build, which is a red tractor. Let's not try to change the truth. Okay, this is a red tractor build. And around that tractor, I actually built some sort of a farm. Okay, now I'm saying some sort of a farm because it's a small size farm. And when I was starting the build, I knew for sure that I'm going to build I'm going to try to build a tractor, and you can see it taking shape right now. But I wasn't quite sure what's going to be next. Like after I'm going to finish the tractor, what's going to be around it. And really I try to take this build to two options that you can choose between those two options. Okay, that's a logical sentence to say, but I think you understand me, right? I try to see if I can make this build act like two options that you can choose from. Okay, that's better. So I created this build as a small farm, and it's on 30 by 40. By the way, the build is built in the pack with the cats and dogs. I don't remember the name of the map, but that's the place I built it because it's more like a countryside area with the most reasonable place to place farms. So I built it over there, and when I started the build, you can see that I built the tractor itself, and then I decided I want to go and give you the option to choose between two themes for the build, you can call it. Okay, so yes, this build is acting like a residential for a farmer, and you're gonna see it in a bit when we are gonna actually go inside of the build. But this build can act as a residential for a farmer, and I use one of the beds from the Tiny Living pack, which there is a hilarious story that I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna give you a small tease. My sim died 3 times testing that build. it's really funny. We're gonna cover it in a bit. But I tried to create this build as a farm for a farmer, let's call it. And if you don't want it to be a farm like a residential lot, you can create it as a community gardening area. Okay, let's go like this. There are more activities in this build, you're gonna see it in a bit. There's flower arrangement, there is handy skill table, and much more. And so this can act like the perfect community lot, of course, if you will. So feel free to do so if you want to do that. Now, one of the things that I started to notice, and maybe that's just me, so let me know, maybe it's really just me, but the more I build, okay, the more I build in the Sims 4 game right now, like every time there's a new pack, there's a new thing, there are so many new items. Every time I'm building in the Sims 4 game, I'm kinda getting lost with in the sea of the items. There's so many items, and it's so hard for me to figure where the item is, and that's why for sometimes you can see that there are some jumps in the video, because I'm creating something, I'm creating one area, and then I'm scrolling down the items, and I find the perfect item that I was looking for back like 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes ago when I was trying to create another area. So then I need to take the item, put it outside, and maybe jump to the previous area to edit to that area. So yeah, maybe just me. Let me know, maybe just me, but I'm really starting to have a bit hard time building and finding the items that I need to a certain area. Now I do create myself like small spaces, small rooms. For those of you who don't do that, I definitely recommend for you to do that. I create myself a small spaces like a room 3x3, 4x4, with items that are from the same niche, like from the same category. So it will be much more easier for me to find items, but God, with each pack that's been added to the game, it's becoming more and more hard for me to find those items. And to be honest, and because I'm using a lot of debugs item, okay, let's face it, I'm using a lot of debugs item, and the debugs items are not named. Like 90% of them are not named. So even though you like typing in the search bar some name of something like you are looking for, if for an example, there is a debugs item, there is a debug item that is gloves and like small fork for gardening. Okay, that item is in the debug menu, and it's kind of hard to find it. First of all, because it's small, and second, there is so many debugs items that you never gonna do that. You're never gonna find it, and it drives me crazy that every time I need to scroll down until I find it. And this is a point for improvement for the Sims team. So if you are hearing me, do that, please. Come on. Even if this is even with the adding of the debugs item, and that was amazing. They added like the show live edit object, which added I don't know, like a few thousand objects into the debug menu. That was amazing. I think that was the best day in the Sims, like in my life in Sims 4, in the Sims 4 game. It was the best day ever. But with it, all the items, or 90% of them, listed as a debug. So we can't really find them. So maybe it's just me, but with more pack that been added to the game, with those pack comes like tons of more items that you need to find, and they even did not arrange them that perfect. Okay, for an example, if I want to find a towel, not in the debug section, just a towel, okay, I would expect the Sims team to create some sort of a niche called, I don't know, like bathroom, and in that niche of the bathroom, you're gonna find all the stuff that are resembling bathroom. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just bitching too much about it, but do let me know your thoughts. Maybe you are just like me. Maybe we're gonna make a change. Now we are starting the build itself, like the house itself, and the story behind this build is, of course, that, as I said before, like the first thing that I created was the tractor. So yes, this is like the main thing, the main cool thing about this build. But after I finished the tractor, I had to start work on anything around it. Okay, so I really tried to give the vibe of a small farm, and the barn that you are watching right now being created is actually a convertible, like semi-convertible barn. Okay, the first floor is a barn that is meant to be used as a barn, and of course we don't have farm animals, and we will get to that in a sec. I really want to hear your opinion about that. But the upper level, the upper area is the living area. Okay, now to be honest, farmhouses, barn, countryside is not really my cup of tea. I'm not the best at it, okay? So don't like judge me too hard on the interior over there. And to be honest, I really like the main focus on this build was the overall design of it, less the interior of the living area. And just like I stated at the beginning of the video, the main reason for that is because I wanted you to be able to choose whatever you want it to be, as a residential for a sim that is a farmer, or a community lot. So the main focus here was actually the landscaping, more like the farm itself, less the interior. Okay, so yeah, the interior, you're gonna see it's more basic, it's more you have all the things that you need, but definitely it's not like for a big family. Although, and this is the important thing, so listen up, I've created that basically that if you want to convert like the first area, the first level of the barn into another section for living, you can actually create a small converted house from that barn. Really, your choice. I do whatever you want. I created the base. You can go crazy all over the top of it. Do whatever you want, okay? But, and speaking of which, this build is actually not that. If you are picking the option of living here as a farmer, the build itself is not that expensive. Only 63, if I remember right, 63,000 simoleons, which is not that expensive for even a starter farmer. If you start as a one farmer on a small lot with like what is it today, like 20,000 simoleons, you only need to triple that amount to buy this lot, which is not that bad, right? Because, well, I don't know if you know, but one of the best thing I enjoy in the game is actually the farming career, like the self-employed, like freelancer, right? The freelancer career of some sort of a gardener, some sort of a farmer, that you can actually do whatever you want, raise whatever you want, and then you just sell it with an enormous amount of money. Actually, you can create a lot of simoleons from a farmer like career. So getting 60,000 is not that bad for this lot, if you ask me. Now, I want to see which one of you will notice. Actually, for this build, I got a new pack. Only the keen people? No. Only the people with the keen eye, that's more like it, will notice which pack is the new pack that I got. I'll give you a small hint. I could use that pack in the previous build. If you remember the Grim Reaper castle that I created. And I'm gonna get to that story about the Grim Reaper in a second, but yeah, I got a new pack here, a staff pack, simple staff pack. There is a sale right now, so I decided why not to invest a bit more for the building. So I got one pack. I'm not gonna tell you which one. So let's see which one of you gonna find out what pack is the new pack. Now, I have an awesome story to tell you about the Grim Reaper regarding this build. If you remember the previous video, I've created the Grim Dream Castle. One of my favorites, I have to say. I really enjoy that to create that build. And from the comments, I have to say that you enjoyed it too. So small funny story about this build. When I finished building this build, I play tested the area of the sleeping area, okay? So I brought my farmer over here to see if all the items inside are functioning, if everything works perfectly. And me and my luck, my farmer like dropped down the bed, like the Murphy bed. Yeah, this is the bed and I'm gonna be used here because the space up there is kind of small. So I brought the farmer and he dropped down the bed. One time it was great, second time it was awesome, third time the bed dropped on his head like a cockroach, and out of nowhere. How do you know when the Grim Reaper is gonna come and take your sim soul? You know how you know that? Because if you are like on 3 times faster, the speed will go back to normal after he will drop on him. You can actually see, you can actually know, maybe it's more like it, you can actually know that the Grim Reaper is gonna show. And I was so sad, and I don't know why, I had a feeling that it's gonna happen. So before I started the whole process with checking the bed, I actually saved the game. So the moment the Grim Reaper just showed up, I just exited the game and relogged back just to make sure that my sim is not dead, so we can check it again. Don't worry, at the end everything is functioning just like any builds that I share with you. But yeah, it's funny that the Grim Reaper took his time to come to this build after I created him a beautiful mansion, and that Grim Reaper is really, I don't know, he doesn't like me, I guess, or maybe he wasn't really satisfied with the build. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So that's the story. Actually, the Grim Reaper visited this build because my sim died. I don't know who's more stupid, me or him. Anyway. Anyway, Nifty knitting. Okay, you asked for my opinion, and I do have an opinion about this build. That's not a build. Okay, that's a pack. RG, put yourself together. That's a pack. Okay, so I do have an opinion about this pack, and if you ask about my honest opinion, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of that pack, the Nifty knitting, and there is maybe only one item there that I really want to get, and actually it could really combine with this build, is the rocking chair, right? Is it called the rocking chair? The one that swings, okay? So that's basically the only item that I think I really enjoy, and maybe even this build can get one. So if you're gonna have that pack in you and you are I'm gonna enjoy it. You definitely can add the rocking chair into the porch over here. It will fit perfectly. But talking about the pack itself, I don't know. There are a lot of cladderers item. How do you even say that? All small items that you can put on shelves and decorate. And I bet that people who enjoy creating farmhouses and maybe countrysides and farms, like farms as farms, like all the people who enjoy creating those type of builds, definitely gonna enjoy this pack. But if you ask me, there are so many better things that you can add to the game that the game is missing. Now, there was one thing over there that I really want to point out. Let me know your thoughts. Like in one of the teas, the developers, like the Sims Guru, I don't remember which one of them, tweeted a tweet with, by the way, you're more than welcome to follow me on Twitter if we're talking about tweet, okay? But one of the Sims Guru tweeted a tweet in which you can see the grandpa on the rocking chair, and in that picture you could see that she is dreaming on something that is kind of connected to farm animals. I think this is one of the most requested pack in the game. To be honest, I really want to see that. All the farm builds, all the farms in the Sims 4 game are not complete without farm animals. Yes, you can see even here that I created even a small area for chickens, okay, like the coop area. But yeah, farm animals is one of the most, I think, requested thing in the game. So I really don't know if we're gonna get them. I really hope we will get them. But really, I'm at that point that I'm not quite sure what's gonna be, like what we're gonna get next, The Sims 5 or farm animals. But anyway, Nifty knitting, not my best cup of tea that I could ask for. Definitely gonna be some items there that I'm gonna enjoy, and I'm still not sure if even I'm gonna get it. Okay, I'm not quite sure that it's gonna worth the money to get the rocking chair, if that's the only item in it. So I'm definitely gonna need to wait and check and see all the items that we're gonna get. One thing that I am very curious to know is of course what debugs item we're gonna get, and that's a thing that I cannot really see until, well, I own it. Okay, so definitely I'm not quite sure about the Nifty knitting for myself, but let me know, are you gonna get it? Are you want to have that pack? Are you gonna enjoy it? If you think you're gonna enjoy it, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, because we are getting closer to the end of the video, not really the end, don't worry, don't go anywhere. There is a tour, of course, at the end, but there are a few things that I really want you to know, let you know, and of course ask you. One of the things is the new arrangement on the channel. As you could see, this is the second time I'm uploading a speed build as a speed build. But as I stated, and as you could see, you received the Atlantis build as a stop motion style. And this is kind of the new arrangement in the channel because I have to tell you that my pinky is a bit soaring because of the pressing, Control 5, Control 6, Control 7. This is something that only stop motion creator can know and can feel. Pressing the same key combination like 1000 times for one stop motion video can actually create some pains in your hand. So because of that, I decided that right now the most important thing in the channel are the builds and not really the way I show it to you. And for me, actually I really enjoy that you can see what I'm doing. So right now, a small and medium sized builds are gonna be in speed builds, and something that is very unique and beautiful and amazing like Atlantis or something else in that size is gonna be in stop motion, just to make sure that you even enjoying something that is not so fast and moving too quickly. Okay, so this is the arrangement: small and medium on speed build, big large things in stop motion style. Now, another thing that I want to ask you, if you want, of course, is do you want me to release the tractor itself, not the whole build, and the tractor itself is a room for you to download? If you want that, let me know in the comments. And of course, like one of you say yes, we would like to have the tractor, and all of you just click like on it or something. Let me know, because then I just need to add it into a room and I can save it as a room, and I can upload it into the gallery, so you can, every time you're creating a farm or something, you can put it in your build and feel like you have a farm tractor in your design. Let me know if you want me to do that in the comment section down below. And the last thing from the things that I want to tell you or ask you is that the new challenge, the Sparked challenge, is up, and I see a lot of people publishing stuff on the gallery, and this is like my request for you, for my audience here that can hear me. If you are participating in the channel, that's beautiful, but do try not to upload stuff that are not from that category. I see people like publishing, I don't know what, things that are not even close to the challenge theme, okay? So be nice, okay? At the end, people really want to find the stuff that they are looking for when they are participating for a certain challenge. So yeah, this is more like a personal request from me to you. Just spread the word, and everything is gonna be awesome, okay? I bet that this challenge is gonna be super cool. Now, because we are getting closer to the end of this video, this is the moment where I'm gonna tell you that this build is at the gallery for you to download and enjoy, and of course you can find tray files for those who are playing the cracked version in the description down below. If you have some problem with that, make sure the firewall is disabled. Sometimes you need to do that, or you're gonna get some problems. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, share the video with friends, and consider subscribing to the channel if you are new here. And until the next time, keep the Sims party going for me. RGR Gaming signing off. Bye bye.
We would find the time, dreaming for eternity, creating perfect memories. Yeah, we hope